through love and brain. Julie knows that fire in your soul, the kind that lifts the broken whole. James, you reach the skies no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the yacht keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm.
No, that's not the one I wanted, you damn fuck.
The dream never dies. Retired, you say, with a wink and a grin. But the podcast is rolling, pulling us in. Your compass is love, with your kids as your guide. Shining seas wide, with vision and pride. Julie's here, who adores your spark. The dreamer who lights up the dark.
That one's supposed to be YouTube.
James, you reach the skies, no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the yacht keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a quest, not some disguise. With James in the storm, the dream never dies. Tethered lights still flying high. You kiss the stars, but never say goodbye. Not even gravity can pull you down. You're the wild, the wave, the ground. James, you reach the skies, no one dares. In your hands the future's caught unawares. That's to know what the hell were you thinking. You laugh as the yacht keeps the daylight
Do you own a watch? Actually, no, I don't. Isn't that weird? I don't own a watch.
James in the storm.
Silly question, I think. Wi-Fi's not connected, that's why. There we go. I think that's it. That's it. All right, so let's do that one. Sit tight. Get out of that. Whoops. No. That's not what I want to do. I wanted to do this. All right. Get out of that. All right. Something just ain't working here. Oh, I didn't want that. Audio. Well, no, that's new. Creator Studio, audience. There we go. And there we have that. What happened to the wide board? Oh, I'm in Texas, so just a little bit different today. And there we go. Almost ready. Give me a couple more seconds.
Dream in stars and dive into the deep, fixing the world.
And there we go. I think we are ready. Sit tight. All right, good to go, good to go. That's broadcasting.
Building your legacy through love and brain.
And there we go. I think that's it. I think that's it. It is. Well, good evening, everybody. All right. Hold on. Let's see what. Yeah, I see that. News here tonight. Before we do, let's get this thing going. All right. So, We don't want that. We want that. Okay. And then we want that. There we go. And there we go. All right, all right, all right. Nice. I like my new setup. I'm actually, believe it or not, well, wait. Hold on. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Yay! What we're doing tonight is basically the same thing we do every night. We're looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. AJ Mama, I see you there. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. All right. So tonight, I'm actually in a barn, a barn in Texas. Well, it's a converted barn, so they use it for like a wedding venue, so it's really nice. So, that being said, this is probably be, I think, my last broadcast from Texas, as tomorrow night we'll be back into Florida, and I'll have my regular stuff. So that being said, what we're looking to do is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are the good ones. The good ones, companies that are consistently increasing their profits year after year after year. Okay, so fine. So you guys are going to give me some suggestions. I'm going to plug them into my computer, and we're going to see exactly how and if they actually fit for what I'm doing. Because 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, oh man, hold on, 2008 would be 16 years ago? Yeah, 2008, 16 years ago, my 9-year-old daughter said to me, Daddy, can you teach me? So my 9-year-old daughter wants to learn how to invest in the stock market. Most adults don't even get it. So how am I supposed to make it for a 9-year-old to understand? It's got to be simple. It's got to be safe. It's got to be predictable, consistent, and then no way for her to lose. That number 5 really gets to people. No way to lose. Well, let me explain for a little bit. Now, when I say no way to lose, think about this for a second. Coca-Cola has been making Coca-Cola for over 100 years. Pepsi, same thing. Harley Davidson, same thing. Ford, General Motors, same thing. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble, so on and so forth. Companies that have been around for over 100 years and consistently increase their profits year after year after year. Well, that's what we're looking for, good quality companies. So when I say no way to lose, I really don't think that Pepsi or Coca-Cola or Ford, General Motors is going to go out of business anytime soon. So that's why I say no way to lose. But that's just me. What the hell do I know? But that being the case, let's see what you guys have. Give me some suggestions. I'll pull it up and see, does it fit? Well, we'll find out. All right, so who we have in the house? We have AJ Mama. She's all full of good stuff. Pan Fried, Tommy, Furion, Jonathan, CB, AJ Mama. Best Lady Ever, EK, Dave the Dance. Mill Time, nice guy for you. Back again, I see. I remember that name. Paul Rod, what's happening, Mr. Paulie? Hope all is going well over there. Brian, how you doing? 12 Ponies, Strong Okie, David, Jeff, Carol, Servin. Okay. Ask Dividend Stock Talk. Oh, look at this. I'm watching my own show. How the hell did that happen? Is the show just starting? Absolutely. Just starting. I just got here. Now, well, like I said, we're in Texas. We're in a renovated barn. They had it set up for wedding venues. Really cool. Joe Taylor, how you doing? Phoenix. So who do we have over here? Set up viewer wishes, a great way to, okay, got it, good, all right. Billy Blue Eyes, who farted? Hernandez, Diana Springer. Oh, I know Diana Sprinkle, but not Diana Springer, but nice to see you, Miss Diana. Vince, John Didier, Brian, Kimmer, Will Berg, Yogi, Dvorky, nice to see you again. Shaggy, or Snaggy. M Dust, John Didier, do I own a watch? Actually, believe it or not, I have a bunch of watches, but I don't wear them. Okay, I don't. Madman Tacoma, nice to see you. All right. Joe Schmo back again, I see. Done, Jonathan. Joe Schmo, everything go okay with the teeth today? Everything but one. I still have one it didn't take, so it means I'm going to have to be back here again in January. So it takes about 6 months for one of these implants to take before they can actually put the tooth in. But other than that, the other ones are all good. That explains it. Yes, it does. All right, let's keep going. EK, Norin Jules, Parasita, Jose Villapalando. What happened to the wide board? Okay, that's at home in Florida. It's a little challenging to take a board with me. So it stays in Florida. I only come. Do you remember? Madman Tacoma. Do I remember what? I'm not quite sure. Jose, thank you for that. Parasita wants to take a look at RDGT. Never heard of it. Okay, John Azizi, Coinbase. That has to do with cryptocurrency, and I don't think they pay out dividends. So Parasita wants to take a look at RDGT. I have no idea what that is. RD. All right, sorry. RDGT. Ridge Tech. No options. Sorry, dude. It's going to be a flat out no. RDGT. No options. No, thank you. Yeah, I can't even reach way up there. That's a nice big screen, but it's way up. Anyway, you know what I need? I need a pointer. That would be cool. But I don't think there's a pointer around anywhere. There could be. Anyway, besides the point. Let's get back to what we're talking about. All right, so RDGT, no dividends, no thank you. Jan Azizi, you got to give me the ticker symbol in order for me to look it up. Tasha, how many accounts do I have? You mean streaming accounts where I stream on? I'd have 15. So yeah, I'm live streaming. Not tonight. Tonight we're only live streaming on, I think, 6 or 7, but usually it's 13. But I don't take all my cameras with me when I travel. I only take the big 3. Is this just about options? No, it's not. It's about good quality dividend stocks specifically. Nick, Renovation Trod. Nick, hey, hope you're feeling better today. Oh, I do. Like last night, I don't know what it was. I ate something yesterday and just felt like I was going to yak. Tasha, okay, just making sure that I'm not seeing double. Well, you're on TikTok. So I only have 2 accounts on TikTok. One is The 10-Minute Trader, which channel you're on right now. And then I have my original TikTok channel, which is Dividend Stock Talk, which is next camera over. Bonnie, how you doing? Thank you. Tasha, thank you for that. Jello Nibbler, back again, I see. Mr. Phil, good evening. Nice to see you too. Jose, nice to see you. Microsoft. Okay, so Jose Villapando wants to take a look at Microsoft. MSFT. Here we go. Okay, so do you like Microsoft? Now, if you didn't know, Microsoft has over 25 years of increased profits. That means every single year, higher and higher and higher profits. Jan, we'll take a look at Oracle in a bit, okay? Sit tight. Okay, sit tight. So I'm looking for companies exactly like Microsoft because they're profitable year after year after year after year, and they have weekly options. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but I grew up in the 60s and 70s, okay? I went to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I basically done it at 4:30. And on Friday, we get our paycheck. Well, it's kind of like the same thing here. Stock market opens at 9:30, and it closes at 4. So it kind of works out perfectly for me, just right up my alley. So Microsoft, like I said, 25 years of increased profits. So why wouldn't I want to buy Microsoft? Well, the only reason I wouldn't buy Microsoft would be not today. That's it, not today. But when everything looks good and when the gods are smiling upon us, yay, then we'll jump to Microsoft. But let's take a quick gander at Microsoft and just to see what it looks like. We get the high way up over there. That was back in August and again in November, the high. We bottomed out back in the beginning of the end of June right here. And then she jumped up. So what I want to do is I want to squeeze into the last 30 days because the first thing I look at is the 1-year chart. And on the 1-year chart, I'm looking for 5 things. Looking for the high, which is right there. I'm going to see if I can find something. Hold on 1 second. Walk around here, see if I have a pointer. Pointer. Sometimes you point. All right, let's see which one works better. All right, by a show of hands, I got a green one, which we can't see. That's out of the question. And we got a white one. Yeah, that one works good. All right, we're going to use the white one. All right. All right, so we get the high. We got the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Definitely. Okay, fine. If she's going up, that's what I want to see. But I look at the 1-year chart first to find out where the motion's going. Where's all the investors doing? Are they buying or are they selling? The high was a year ago. The low was just a couple of weeks ago. So you've heard it before over and over and over again. Buy low, sell high. Well, you can't get any lower than the low of the year, and that's right there. So great. Let's zoom in to the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to give me a really good idea of where this is going next. Okay, now that's easy to see. Okay, 30 days ago was the high. 2 weeks ago was the low at 350. Now we're at 395. That's a $45 jump. $45 jump on a $350 stock is right around 11 to 12%. So we go from here to here, 11 to 12%, but it's still going up. So does it seem like a good idea to jump into it? It's yes or no. You either like it or you don't. Breyer, we'll take a look at MCI in a little bit. Give me a second. Okay, hold it right there. All right, right there. Okay. So it already jumped up over 10%. So why would we want to jump into it? Now think about it for a second. If you bought something a week and a half ago and it jumps up 10%, are you going to want to take your profits? Well, most people will take profits. And if people start taking profits, well, stocks drop. So I'm going to say no, only because we have a red day on Friday and a red day today. Or is that, what is today? Is today Tuesday? I think today's Tuesday, isn't it? So we have a red day on Monday and a red day on Tuesday, which means it's kind of slowing down. So we're going to pass on Microsoft for this week. What else do we have? Tasha, thank you for that. What else do we have? Okay, just making sure. Got that, Nick. When you're ready, can we check Emerson Electric? Ooh, Emerson Electric, over 100 years old. And yeah, they do consistently increase their profits. EMR. EMR. Not today, though, kiddo. Look, she's dropping. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. She's actually coming down now. So let's zoom into that and show you. What do you think? 30-day bottom, 30-day high. Now she's dropping. Now, if you like Emerson, which I do like Emerson, it's a good company, consistently profitable year after year after year. It's just dropping at the moment. So keep an eye on it, because as soon as it finds the bottom, it turns around, goes back up, well then yeah, why not? That would be interesting if that would work. I don't think it would work though. All right, so no, not for this week. No, I like Emerson, but not this week. Okay, so what else do we have over here? Emerson, Oracle. Jan Aziz wants to take a look at Oracle. ORCL. Again, another bottom. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have some Oracle, but look at where she is. She's at the low of the 30-day period. So let's zoom in a little bit closer. Here you go, last 30 days. 30 days ago was a 30-day high. Now we're down here, 30-day bottom. Now, I like Oracle, I do. And when it comes up, which could be 3 days from now. Now, the reason I say 3 days from now, because I want 2 days to the upside, which could be tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday would be the earliest I would get into Oracle if the next 3 days are going up. That's about it. If you have cash, do you buy stocks and sell covered calls or sell puts till you're assigned and then sell covered calls? Nick, it's always going to be a numbers game. Okay, so Nick, no matter which way you look at it, okay, you have to put money up somewhere. So if I do a covered call, I have to actually buy the stock first, all right, and then I sell the call option. If I do a cash secured put, what you're talking about, same thing. I have to put cash up front before I can sell the covered call. But you're talking about the wheel strategy. Don't get me wrong, it's a great strategy. But the strategy that I'm giving you tonight was created for my 9-year-old daughter. When she was 9, she says, Daddy, can you teach me? So to keep it simple, safe, and predictable for her, 9 years old, I didn't include the puts because puts are kind of confusing. You know, you buy a put if you think it's going down. That makes no sense. Think about it. Buy a put if you think it's going down, or sell a put if you think it's going to go up. Okay, that's confusing. So for a 9-year-old, I didn't teach her that kind of stuff. My margin account is just 6.25 annual. Cool. I'd like to have 6.25 on my margin, but I think I pay like 8.5. I think. All right, so we just looked at Oracle. Ooh, Kevin, ACN. ACN. Ooh, lovely. Didn't we look at this last night? The highs a year ago, dropped, shot back up, had a big gap right here, found the bottom a couple of weeks ago. Now she's going back up right there. That's plain to see. Let's zoom in a little bit. Look at that 30 days. Now, please tell me you cannot see that. It's simple. The high 30 days ago, bottomed out a couple of weeks ago, and now she's steadily going up at 142.14. Well, if I'm looking for 1%, what's 1% of 142? 142, right? 1% of 142 is 142. Okay? Eric, buy, save, AV&T Venture Network buying on Coinbase. I have no idea what that means. Laser pointer would be great too. Yeah, but you see, I'm in a barn. There's no laser pointers just sitting around. Okay? But I do appreciate it, and you're absolutely right. A laser pointer would be great. But I'm in a converted barn. There's no laser pointers here. All right, so let's get back to where we were. The high, the low is definitely going up. The 142s right there go for 175. Now, we all know 175 is more than 1% of 142. So let's do the first one on the list, ACN. All right, let's get rid of this. First one of the night is going to be ACN, covered call. There we go. The 142s, there it is. One contract, if you don't mind. There we go. And I always tell people when you're trading, read it out loud to make sure it sounds like what you want to do. Okay, so here it goes. By one covered call, ACN. 10 July 26. Well, that's this coming Friday. Just 3 days away. So there is a possibility where we're not going to make 1% on just 3 days. So we might have to look into next week. But I don't think so here. The 142 call option, 223 is the profit, the max profit, 223. Well, it's going to cost me $14,000. Now, it's not going to cost you $14,000. The $14,000 is your investment. Okay, so you're putting that money up. You're getting this return every single week until someone buys it from you. So if I buy ACN at the current price, 100 shares or one contract is going to cost me right around $14,000. But here's the thing. When I sell it, I'm getting my $14,000 back anyway. I'm just looking for a rate of return for however long I have my $14,000 tied up. So we're going to need the calculator for this one. Figure out what my rate of return is. Okay, and first thing I want to do is put the profit in, 223. And then I'm going to divide it, okay? See, max profit, 223. Oh, before I forget, for those of you that are new here and don't know, the screen behind me, that is live on YouTube. So you can actually see on the big screen what we're doing. Okay, so the profit, 223, the investment, 14. What's my rate of return? So I'm going to divide that by 13,977. That's going to give me a return of 1.6%. Now think about it. If 1% a week comes to 50% per year, 1.6 is going to be more than 50% per year. But it all depends. So ask yourself the question. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, do you like this company? And I love this question. Okay, Tasha, I get that question every single day. Every single day, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day. What happens when the stock goes down? You said if. It's not an if, Tasha, it's a when. They all do. They all go down. So, Tasha, I have 5 simple rules. Now, remember I told you I created this for my 9-year-old. How much do you think it go up? Oh, dude, that's a question I don't even pretend to try to answer that one. Okay, so Tasha, I got 5 simple rules. Okay, she wants to know what happens if the stock goes down. Well, Tasha, it's not an if, it's a when. Stocks do 2 things and only 2 things. They go up and then they go down. So here's my philosophy. I'm going to save this one. Save. That'll be number 1 for the night. Get rid of that. Back here. Hold on, Tasha. I'm not ignoring your question. I'm going to get to it in a second. I just want to open this up so I can show you something, because sometimes a picture is worth a lot more. Okay? You ready, Tasha? Now, this here is ACN. You ready? It went down, it went up, down, 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 up. That's just ACN. Hold on. I got another one for you. AT&T, same thing. It went up, it went down. It went up, it went down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Stocks do 2 things and only 2 things. They go up and they go down. My 5 rules are very simple. Rule number 1 is what you should be thinking of before you buy anything. Rule number 1 is never, ever, ever buy anything you do not understand. So if you're looking at AT&T, if you're looking at ACN, if you're looking at anything, you should know off the top of your head, what is the high of the year? What is the low of the year? And are you okay with buying it knowing that it goes between the high and the low? Jody, everything I buy, I don't understand. Well, then you shouldn't be buying anything. And I don't believe you, and you say you don't understand. Because I'm pretty sure you know who ExxonMobil is. You know who Hess is. British Petroleum, Walmart, AT&T, Home Depot, Lowe's, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, IBM. Those are companies that are the cream of the crop. Why would you buy something you don't understand? So anyway, Tasha, back to you. Yeah, I got XRP and stuff like that. And that Beyond Meat is what I bought. I don't know if it's any good. Now, let me ask you a question, Jody. What the hell are you thinking buying meat that came out of a machine? Think about it. In a factory, on an assembly line, with gears, oil, steel, and he's producing this stuff out of petri dishes. And you think that's a good thing? Didn't you see what happened when the Americans got bombarded with all this electric car bullshit? They didn't even ask us if that's what we wanted. Okay? Who wanted an electric car? Well, most of America didn't, but they made us buy them anyway. Why? Never buy anything you don't understand. Now, XRP, they have no dividends, which means if they're profitable, they're not sharing their profits. But I have no idea how old you are. I have no idea what your plans are. I have no idea about anything about you. So I really can't give you any advice. other than the 5 rules. Rule number 1, never buy anything you don't understand. Okay? If you don't understand Beyond Meat, don't buy it. If you don't understand XRP, don't buy it. Okay? Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Ali, thank you for that. Never sell at a loss. Rule 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Well, XRP is not consistently profitable, and neither is Beyond Meat. So why would you buy them? Rule 4, weekly options only. And then Rule 5, make sure all the numbers work in your favor. That's all. So do I have any suggestions? Yeah, I do. Dividend Kings, 5 decades of consistent profits. Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years, increased profits. Dividend Champions, 25 years, increased profits. You'll notice that the Aristocrats and the Champions both have 25 years, but the Aristocrats a little bit more snobby. I mean, think about it. You understand that. They're a little bit more snobby. You have to meet certain criteria in order to be a Dividend Aristocrat. Well, Dividend Champion, all you need is 25 years of increased profits. Okay. List number 4, Dividend Contenders, 10 to 24 years increased profits, and then anything on Warren Buffett's list. So those 5 lists I just gave you, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list, that's over 350 different companies that are consistently profitable. Those are the only ones I really like to look at, because absolute worst case scenario, when, it's not an if, it is a when the stock goes down. So look at this, AT&T, stock dropped again, dropped again, dropped again, dropped again, dropped again, dropped again, dropped again. It's on the bottom last week. As a matter of fact, while we're looking at it, take a look. The bottom was a couple of days ago. A couple of days up, well, that looks like an ideal, let's zoom in a little bit, last 30 days. I don't know about you, but that fits perfectly. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 2 days up. I wait tomorrow. I want 2 days up, and on the 3rd day, I'll jump in. Right there. The bottom's right there on Friday. Monday was higher. Tuesday was higher. What are we looking for? Well, tomorrow. If it's higher tomorrow, well, then hell yeah, I'll jump in. As a matter of fact, let's do AT&T now, because it looks pretty darn good to me at the moment. It's at 2109, so let's do the 21s. Why not, right? The 21s right there. There we go. One contract. How much is one contract going to be? Always say it out loud and say it loud. Loud. Here we go. One covered call. AT&T. You either like the company or you don't. It's either profitable or it's not. That's it. You like it or you don't. It's profitable, it's not. How is AI affecting all the stocks in the next year? Don't know, don't care. Think about it. Don't know, don't care. Now, the reason I say it is because AI hasn't been around for 20 years. They don't have 5, 10, 15 years of consistent profits. Consistent profits. How are they affecting it? Well, AI is coming in somewhere, but think about it. If you're going to buy a car, does it really matter who makes the car? No. If you're going to buy a stereo, does it really matter who makes the stereo? Does what you're buying have anything to do with AI? If I go to Home Depot, what does Home Depot have to do with artificial intelligence? If I want some paint, AI has got nothing to do with that. So it depends on how you're looking at it and how you're fitting it all together. Either they're profitable or they're not. Jody, see you at DM. Hopefully we can connect later on, and I am just now getting with you for the first time. Oh, well, thank you there, Jody. Yeah, you can DM me. Send me your number. I'll give you a buzz. We can chat. Oh, wait a minute. While I'm talking about that, hold on. If you are approached by someone via Snapchat, Instagram, Telegram, text message, email, saying that it's me, it's not. I don't do that. You want to have a conversation with me? I do it the old-fashioned way. I pick up the phone and I will call you. So drop me your number and I will call you. I wondered if it's thrown others off. Ethan, word is everyone is investing in tech companies, but I understand your point. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people are investing in tech companies because, no, Jody, don't put it here. No, don't put it on the screen. Don't put your number on the screen. Top left-hand corner, it says the 10-minute trader. Go there and DM me your number because I'm not going to remember it. Okay? All right. Where were we? Oh, so here we go. One covered call, AT&T, 10 July 26th. That's this coming Friday. 3 days, 3 days away. The $21 call option, profit is $17, and my investment is $2,000. Well, if it's not good for this week, I would do next week because, I like AT&T. They've been around for quite a while. All right, here we go. 17 is the profit. I'm going to divide it by the investment, $2,083. That gives me a total of 0.8%. So I'm going to say no for this week, but I want to change it to next week because I like AT&T and it's definitely looked like it's going up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the edit button right there. Hit the edit button. And then I'm going to change 10 July to 17 July, which is next Friday. Well, now it's a $28 profit and still only $2,000. Same thing. Well, let's check it out. Numbers, here we go. Profit this time is 28. And then we're going to divide it by the investment. Again, $2,072. Well, now it's 1.3%. Now, I'm only looking for 1% every week with a good quality company. So I'm pretty sure we can all agree that AT&T is a good quality company. Okay, consistently profitable, been around for almost 100 years. Why not? Sizing 9. Okay, interesting. That being said, I'm going to say this one, and that'll be number 2 for the night. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go there. Let's change this. And now we're back where we started again. All right, Moni, how you doing? Nice to see you. All right, who do we have over? Kissable. Kissable wants to take a look at Procter & Gamble. PG, Procter & Gamble. A company over 100 years old. They make all that fun stuff. Now, this doesn't look good now it takes me 2 to 3 seconds to size up a chart. What am I looking for? I'm looking for 5 things. The high, the low, where was it, where is it going? Well, we just bounced off the bottom here. What's going on right there? Well, let's zoom in and see if it makes sense for this week. No. It's just common sense and logical. 30 days ago, we were at 145. We shot up to 153, dropped back down to 144. Now we're at 152. Well, it's the 30-day high. We missed this right here from 144 to 153, $9. $9 on a $14 stock. Oh, $144 stock. Okay, but still, we missed the opportunity. And I don't buy anything at the 30-day high. It just doesn't make sense. Jack, I do have YouTube videos. Oh, so do I, Jack. Thank you. You want to look at you? What is you? Oh, interesting. Unity software. Okay, Jack, well, let's take a look. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up. Okay. It's a nice movement. Does it make sense, though? Last 30 days. I don't know, Jack. It doesn't look that appetizing. 30 days ago, we're here. We dropped down to the bottom, then we shot up. I don't like buying it at the high. It's just too close to the high for me. Sorry, Jack. Joe Schmo. Come on, Joe. We did SMCI last night. But there you go. And unfortunately, Joe, it's going to be a no because she's dropping. And we have a new bottom right there. Let's zoom in. What do you think, Joe? 30-day high, 30-day bottom was today. Well, you've heard it over and over and over again. Buy low, sell high. Well, you can't get any lower than the low, and that's today. So you ask yourself a question. Do you like SMCI? Do you want to own SMCI? Is SMCI profitable? Do they share their profits? Interesting questions. It's yes or no, but not today because it's at the bottom. I don't buy at the bottom. I wait for it to turn because tomorrow it could be lower. And then Thursday, it could be lower. And then Friday, it could be lower. So I wait for the bottom, wait for it to turn around, go up. I want 2 days to the upside. Then on the third day, I will jump in. So I want to make sure that I'm not buying a sinking ship. Okay, what do we have over here? Stephen Norton. Hello, can we look at Nucor, N-U-E? No. Now, Stephen, you're relatively new here. I thank you for your input. Thank you for your contribution. But I don't do monthly options. Let me quickly show you. July, August, September, October, December, January, March. Those are months of the year. There's only 12 of them. If I can only try it once a month, what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my time? Not that, but think about it. If I'm looking for 1% from each trade, 12 months of the year, I'm getting to what, 12%? No, thank you. I don't want to sit in front of my computer trying to figure it out and make matters worse. To make matters worse, Stephen, right? There's the high, here's the low. Okay, it went down, up, down, up, down, up. Great. Now tell me, where's it going to be in 30 days? Not that easy. That is 30 days. Let me open it up a little bit more so you can get a better look at it. Okay? That is 30 days. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, great. It looks good here. But where's it going to be in 30 days? Looking where it's going to be in 5 days, well, that's easy. 5 days more than likely is going to be around this area. That's what it looks like. But 30 days, it's not that easy to figure out. And then the numbers just don't work. So I don't do monthly options. They just don't work for me. Now, there are plenty of other people standing in front of the computer doing the exact same thing that I'm doing that might like monthly options. I just don't like them. They just don't go in my favor. S&P 500, no. Who's talking with him? No one's talking with him. Do you mean year to date? No, I don't mean year to date. S&P 500. I don't do the S&P 500. I do things that are in my price range, and the S&P 500 is not in my price range, and the S&P 500 is not consistently profitable. I know it's an index, but still, even though it's an index, by owning some of the shares, they do share some of the profits with you. So it's kind of like the same thing. SMCI is a company. Great. I buy the stock, they give me a profit. Fine. Well, the S&P 500, I buy shares, and when they're profitable, they give me my profits. Same thing. Let's not bicker about, oh, it's an index. I really don't care. They're profitable or they're not. Okay, so the S&P 500 is not consistently profitable year after year after year after year. Now, S&P 500 does have an average of a 10% on a yearly basis over the last 100 years. Okay, fine. But no, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for consistency year after year after year after year, not once in a while. Lewis, you're a little late. We just did ACN like 2 minutes ago. Tasha, Pfizer. PFE, Pfizer. Ooh, lovely. What's going on with Pfizer, Tasha? Let's take a look. There's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. She dropped, shot up, came back down. What's going on right here the last 30 days? Now, the reason why I don't look at the whole chart first is I want to see what the other investors are doing. Who's buying, who's selling. Okay? High is there, bottom is here. Now, this is a good opportunity to jump in if you like this company. Well, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Now, it looks kind of interesting. Tasha, look, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, but it's just going sideways. And I hate saying sideways because it's not going sideways. Up, down, up, down, up. Can't really make up its mind. So you either like it right where it is, because you have some good support right there. So what's next? It doesn't want to go any lower, apparently. So maybe she's going to shoot up. Maybe. If you like it, just keep your eye on it. Okay? Sorry, Lewis. SMCI, I already did that one. Parasita, thank you, you're welcome. GLW, isn't that Corning? GLW? GLW. Corning is going to be a no. Simple and easy, right? 30-day high, 30-day low, she shot up, now she's dropping. If you like it, keep your eye on it. Tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, when she turns around, then say, all right, yeah. Okay. Too messy, all right. Breyer, we already looked at SMCI. Hello, I have good luck with AECI. AECI. American Electronic Components Incorporated. Has no options. No options, no thank you. Sorry. Okay, JJZ, what's going on? Jensen, nice to see you. Laser pen would be good tool. Yes, it would be. But like I said, I'm in a barn. I'm in a barn in the middle of Texas. And I turn the air conditioner off because I just don't like the noise. Eric, by ABT Adventures Network Bank. Yeah, whatever. Jamie. I hate doing this. Hate doing that. Alrighty. All right. Sam G wants to take a look at Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan. Okay. Sit tight. Hold on. Carmonica, how are you doing today? Sit tight for a second. Is Nike still a buy? Oh, we'll take a look at that next. Sam wants to take a look at GS, Goldman Sachs. I'm going to say no, because I ain't buying anything at $1,000 a share. Sorry. Morgan Stanley, MS. Now, 222 is a little bit more realistic. Look at what it's doing right there. It looks interesting. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Right, so let's zoom into that last 30 days. Can it keep going up, what it's doing? Right there. Now, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? There's the top, there's the bottom, there's where it was, here's where it is. Down, up, down, up. Well, that's definitely going up, but the top's way up here. So we have a lot of room to keep on moving. Well, it's at 222 at the moment, and the 222s are going for 241. Well, that's over 1%, right? All right, but let's do next week's, not this week, because next week is probably going to give us a better number. The 222s. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, much better number. All right, let's get rid of this. And we're going to go back to covered call. The 222s right there. One contract. Now, this is a $200 stock, so it's going to be a bit pricey. Okay, Carmichael, give me a minute. Let me do what I'm doing here. What do you do if you buy and it goes against you? Nil manifest. Now, nil manifest, I'm going to tell you something I tell everyone who asks that exact same question. Stocks go up and stocks go down. That's why I say never buy anything you don't understand. Oh, wow, I'm missing. AT&T is for loser. Tiny Parktopia. Cool, thank you for that. And okay, wow, I missed all these. Ooh. All right, there you go, right there. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're going to pause it right. Oh, laser pen would be good. Yep, I get that. Two Harbor Investment. Max, you got to give me the ticker symbol. Okay, so back to this one. 701 is the profit. 21,000 is the investment. Buy one covered call, Morgan Stanley, 17 July. That's next Friday. The 222.50 call. Well, look where the stock is, 222.45. Well, 222.50 is pretty close, 5 cents off. Why not? All right, so let's plug this in and see what it looks like. 701 being the profit. I want to divide it by that 21,549. That gives me a rate of return of 3.2%. Well, considering it's for next week, I want at least 1.5%. But this is offering me 3.2% for a week and a half. Well, think about it. 1% a week is over 50% a year. Okay? Well, we're doing a week and a half and it's paying us 3.25. Well, alrighty then. That works for me. I'm going to save this one. Get rid of that. Back to where we were. All right. Next. All right. Nugusa R. Okay. Max, Two Harbor Investments. You got to give me the ticker symbol. Andrea, Intel, INTC. Let's try that one more time. INTC. Nice. Well, not this week. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Intel. The top, the bottom. She shoots up. Now she's pulling back. Let's zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. And then you understand why not this week. Okay? 30-day bottom, 30-day top, 4 down days in a row. Big gap right there. So as soon as that finds the bottom, that baby's going to shoot back up and fill that gap. So I'm going to want to keep my eye on Intel for next week or the week after. Because as soon as she finds the bottom, yeah, baby. Herm Lewis is always someone. Always going to be someone who's looking at something that's not consistently profitable. Now, Mr. Lewis, I'm going to tell you why I don't like the Qs and I don't like SPYT either. Lowe's has a dividend soon. Yes, it does. NDL? Wait a minute. NDL 91. Okay. Ivan Black wants to take a look at CRLO. CRLO. Cassie Regional? Really? CRLO. It's not coming up, dude. That means it's a no. NDL, Nike, NKE. No, NKE is not still a buy. Oh, let's take a look at why. Now, you can plainly see the high. It's dropping down here. All the action right down this area. Let's zoom into the last 30 days. Gives you right to the point. Okay? Okay, 30 days ago, she shot up. There's your high. She drops down. Now she's back up. Now she's going back down again. All right, I think Nike in another 2 weeks might be fit, but not this week. Sorry. CRLO. Okay, we just looked at CRLO. CRLO. Okay, if it says we cannot find the symbol, that means it's not traded in the U.S. stock market. Sorry. Andre will look at that. Okay, so Herm Lewis wants to, wait a minute, I'm going to get to you next. Let's do this over here. Damn it, ACN. Carmonica wants to take a look at Apple. AAPL. No. That was quick, wasn't it? What do you think? I don't want to buy anything at the high. All right, so yeah, it's getting ready to come down. CrowdStrike, is that CRDW? CRDW? No, that ain't it. You got to give me the ticker symbol. That's not going to help. Google. ASA. Google, there's 3 years of increased profits. 3. That's it. 3 years. Disney, we looked at Disney this morning. But look what's happening with Disney last 30 days. Okay? 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She shot up, now she's pulling back. Which means she's not done going down yet. Excellent. Like that one? Lewis, Hewlett Packard, HPQ. HPQ. Ooh, now that's a good one. Look at that right there. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Right there is what you should be looking at, because that's today, yesterday, the day before. Let's zoom in. Clear to see, isn't it? 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1-2 days up. Bottom was Friday. Monday higher, Tuesday higher. Now she's bouncing up. Current price, 22.96. Come on, if I'm buying it at 22.96, I want to sell it at 23. The 23 is going for 66 cents for next week. Almost 3%. Well, hell yeah, for Hewlett Packard. Well, wait a second. Hold on. If you like the company, and it's always going to come back to that last question. Do I like this company? It's a yes or it's a no. You either like it or you don't. They're either profitable or they're not. It's a yes, it's a no. It's up, it's down, it's hot, it's cold, it's left, it's right. There's only two answers here. There's no iffy, wishy-washy crap. You either like it or you don't. So, Hewlett Packard, 23. Covered call at 23. There we go. One contract. It's sounding a little bit like this. You ready? Buy one covered call, Hewlett Packard, 17 July. That's next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. The $23 call option. $73 a profit, $2,200 is the investment. What is our rate of return? For that, you get the calculator, you take the profit, 73, divide it by the investment, 22.27. That gives me a total of 3.2. If you like the company. Okay, hold on over here. Hold on. Eddie, what about Micron? Eddie, I don't buy stocks over $1,000 a share. It's just a freaking no. Think about it. $1,000 a share to do one contract is over $100,000. I'm not putting $100,000 into any one position. All right, so one covered call, Hewlett Packard, 17 July. That's next Friday. The $23 call option, profit, 73. The investment, 22.27, 3.2%. If you like Hewlett Packard. That's it. If you like Hewlett Packard. All right. I'm going to save this one also. Next. All right, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to show Mr. Lewis. Thank you for your time. I have a lot of questions right now. All right, John Marino, anytime you want to ask, just ask. You got a question? Jump on in. Okay, so Herm Lewis wants to take a look at QQQI and SPYT. I'm not even going to pull it up on the chart. I'm going to go right to Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is going to give me details about the company. I'm pretty sure Mr. Lewis doesn't even know what the answers are. Because rule number one is never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 3 is make sure the company is consistently profitable. So let's take a look at QQQI. QQQI. And there it is, right there. Okay? NEOS, NASDAQ 100R, high income ETF QQQI. So what I want to see is, are the profits increasing consistently? Max, Two Harbors, dude, you really got to give me the ticker symbol. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so I got a minor problem with QQQI. The very first dividend was February 21st, 2024. This thing's not even 2 years old yet. Okay, 2 years old, Mr. Lewis. And look at the profits. Higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 higher. Okay? Keep on going. Lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower, 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 higher, higher, lower. Now, explain to me in a manner in which I'll understand the profits go up, the profits go down. Profits go up, the profits go down. Now, if you don't understand what a dividend is, A dividend is a portion of the profits that they give back to us, the investors. So if QQQI, half the time it goes up, half the time it goes down, what the hell are you thinking? Seriously. Rule number one is never ever buy something you don't understand. Now, if you're okay with buying something that's a little over 2 years old and it's not consistently increasing its profits over and over and over again, why the hell would you buy it? Now, I'm pretty sure SPYT is the same thing. SPYT. Okay, let's look at the profits from SPYT right there. Defiance S&P 500 target income SPYT. Okay, we're looking at all the profits. And this is the same thing. This goes April 24. It's not even 2 years old, a little over 2 years old. Why are you putting your money into a company that's only 2 years old? Think about it, seriously. It's 2 years old. Now let's look at the profits. Okay, 34. Lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, lower, 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 lower. Oh, hell no. Ask yourself, well, hold on. Okay, just out of curiosity, you ready? Let's do this. Okay, so this is Microsoft, MSFT. Okay, let's look at the last 20 years from Microsoft. Are you ready? 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83, 91. Every single year, those profits went higher, 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 and higher for the last 2 decades, 20 years. QQQI and SPYT, they're up, they're down, they're up, they're down, and they've only been in business for about 2 years. Huge difference between 20 years and 2 years. So I'm just going to say no to QQQ anything and SPY anything because it's not consistently profitable. Carmonica, CRWD. Okay, let's try that one. CRWD, CrowdStrike. No, I don't know what the hell you're thinking, dude. Why would you buy something at the high of the year? Think about it. It's at the high of the year. No. OKLO. OKLO. Interesting, but she's dropping. See? A year ago, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's up, down, up, down. She's dropping, dropping, dropping. If you really like it, wait to find the bottom. It's not here yet. It's still dropping. When the drop stops, then maybe. Eddie, MY. What the hell is MY, Eddie? Montego. No, sorry. MU. Who the hell wants to buy Micron? Oh, sorry. $938 a share. No, I ain't buying anything over $1,000. Sorry. Drezik. Lowe's. I love Lowe's. Lowe's has five decades, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of increased profits. That means every single year they make more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. Okay, increasing consistently. Lowe's. But let's take a look at the numbers. No. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on right there? It looks like it's running out of steam. And it is, okay? 30-day bottom, 30-day high, now it's dropping. Don't get me wrong, I love Lowe's, I really do. They have 5 decades of increased profits. But there's a time to buy, which was 30 days ago. Not now. Wait for it to drop again. Well, it's going to drop again. They all do. They go up, they go down. That's all stocks do. Stocks do 2 things and only 2 things. They go up, they go down. That's it. They don't do anything else. They don't come to the house, make you dinner. Ooh, Steven wants to take a look at Wally World. Okay. WMT. Again, a company with 25 years increased profits. Walmart. Ooh, what's happening there? The top, the bottom? Where was it? Where is it? Look, up, down. Now she's going back up again. Let's look at the last 30 days. Nice. Look at that. 30-day high, the 30-day bottom. 1, 2, 3, right there. That's it. I mean, come on, you can see it. The 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3 days up. She's at 111. Actually, she's at 112 right now, and the 112 is going for 176. Hell yeah, it's Wally World. Everybody should buy Wally World. I shouldn't say that. All right. Okay. Yep. Let's do this. That. This. The 112s right there. One contract. And here we go. One covered call. Walmart. WMT. 17 July. That's next Friday. There's only 3 days left of this week, so we really can't expect a full 1% for not a full week. 219 is the profit, 11,000 is the investment. What is the rate of return? Okay, rate of return, 219's profit divided by 10,000, 981. That's your 11,000 right there. 2%. All right, it's 1.99. Cut me a break, huh? 1.99. That's pretty much 2%. Okay, if you like it. I'm going to save it. I like Wally World. I do. Okay. What time do we got? It is 11:30. Okay. Ooh, Roy wants to take a look at Tesla. All right, wait a second. Maria Fariza wants to take a look at Alcoa. Whoops. Alcoa is AA. Ooh, wait a second. Maybe. Hold on a second. The top of the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at it. Shoots up, pulls back. What's going on right there? The 49.01. 30 days ago. Ooh, just shy. Take a look. High, low, 1 day up, 2 days up. Today it pulled back. Just missed it by that much. But tomorrow it might change. We just don't know. But Thursday was the bottom. Friday is 1 day up. Monday, 2 days up. Today it pulled back a little bit. So if it goes up above Monday's close tomorrow, I'll jump in because that would be the 3rd day up. Okay, Andre, we looked at Intel. Cashew spread is amazing. Do you recommend credit spreads? I love credit spreads. I do. But I don't teach them here. Asa wants to take a look at BE. Bloom Energy. What's going on with Bloom Energy? Look at that. Can't make up its mind which direction it's going. No. Give it a little time. I'll figure it out. All right. Endea. Do option premiums differ between brokerages, or do all brokerages get the same premium rates? You're misinterpreting what the premium is. And the premium is not offered by the broker. It's offered by the market maker. The market maker is the person who buys and sells the stock and who offers to buy and sell the stock. Because you and I might be best friends, but I tell you what, I cannot sell my stocks directly to you, and you cannot buy your stocks directly from me. You can only sell them to the market maker through the bid. I can only buy them through the ask from the market maker. So the market maker is the one who makes up the numbers for the options, the pricing. Not me, not you, not the brokerage. Okay, what else do we have? Miss Anberg, how are you? Roy wants to take a look at Tesla. TSLA. Now, I'm a little leery on Tesla for a few reasons. One, they don't share the profits. Well, two, you can't get away from them, so you have no choice in the matter. But it has no direction at the moment. Okay, at the top, the bottom, look at it, went up, down, and she's right here. Not really showing which way it's going. All right. NOI, N-I-O, what is that? N-I-O. Interesting. NOI Inc. Okay. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? What is the flow? What's going on right there? Let's zoom in a little bit. Well, we had 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She's definitely going up. But what happened today? Got a big down day today. So I would wait a little bit and see exactly what's going on here, which is today. She shot up. Now she can back down again. Doesn't make me a happy camper. Lowe's has a dividend soon. Yes, we already looked at Lowe's. Derek, how you doing? Thank you for that. Their stock just split. Okay. AVGO is a perfect setup. Let's check it out. AVGO. Broadcom. I'm not quite sure if that's perfect, but it could be good. Okay. The top a couple of weeks ago, the bottom a year ago. Shoots up, pulls back, shoots way up, and pulls back. What's going on right there? Let's zoom in, see that. Okay, this is not my idea of a perfect setup. 30-day high, a 30-day bottom, 1 day up, 1 day down, up, down. No. Up, down doesn't really work. 2 days up on the third day would be a perfect setup, in my humble opinion. So, no. Rich Sims, if you buy a stock, it crashes right before you sell the call. What do you do? Kohl's ticker on Monday, KSS. Interesting. Let's take a look at Kohl's. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down. It's actually dropping right there. Okay, hold on. Last 30 days. So you mean this right here, Monday. Okay, now I'm going to give you the same speech I give to everybody else. Rule number one, Rich. Never ever buy anything you do not understand. So if you bought Kohl's, there must be a reason why you bought Kohl's. Okay, you either like the company or you don't like the company. It makes sense or it doesn't make sense. So on Monday, she opened up, what was that, 1790? And then she dropped, now she's at 1676. Okay. Well, even at 1790, look at the 18s. For next week, the 18s will go for 22. So if you bought them on Monday morning, let's find out exactly. Monday morning, it opened up at 1781. Show up a little bit higher. Okay? Opened up at 1781. And then she dropped. Well, look at next week's 18s. In 1781, well, next week's 18s are going for 22. That's over 1%. And yeah, stocks go up and stocks go down. So it's almost guaranteed you're going to buy something and it's going to drop. Well, it's also the flip side. You're going to buy something and it's going to shoot up. It only goes two ways. It goes up or it goes down. So you bought it on Monday and then the stock dropped. Okay, and so you sell next week's 18s. What's the big deal? You either like the stock or you don't. Well, you bought it, so you must like it. Because I got my rule one is pretty specific. Never buy anything you do not want to buy or you do not want to own. All right, what do we have next? Drezik, what's happening? We already looked at Lowe's. I'm giving, all right, gotta love that one. I'm missing someone. I'm missing my moderator. Okay. Alrighty. Thoughts on QQQI? Hell no. The Qs are not consistently profitable. Pavandeep. What's the difference between a covered call and a regular call? Well, a regular call doesn't have anything backing it up. A covered call, well, is something backing it up. The options, the stocks. No ticker. JJ is just wondering how taxation affects this strategy. All right, well, observer, I'm going to tell you what I tell everyone else. Okay? Taxes are voluntary. You pay them if you feel like paying. You don't want to pay for them, do it legally. There are legal ways to avoid paying taxes. If you're holding your account in your own personal name, congratulations, you just volunteered to pay the absolute highest taxes whatsoever. Now, if you're holding all your stocks in a foundation or a nonprofit organization or a corporation or any other entity that has tax advantages, well, it's a different story. So taxes, I'm not a professional at it, so I really can't give you advice on it one way or the other. But if you read that book, not one page anywhere in that whole 2,800 page book, or however many pages there are, does it say that taxes are mandatory. Voluntary compliance everywhere in that damn book, but not once does it say mandatory. Okay? So do some research on those. My state has 8% sales tax. Okay, that's not tax on profits, that's a sales tax. Jamard, we already did Oracle a little while ago. Have you looked at Brent crude? That's a commodity, that's not a stock. I stay away from Chinese hype stocks, although I would drive a Noi car. Those things are sick. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know that. Coles made the list Monday night. Yeah, I get that. And I do have some Coles. I like Coles. Now, if I bought Coles at 1781, I would have sold the 18s. And it dropped. Well, great, big deal. So I'd sell the 18s again for next week. Okay, never ever sell anything for less than you paid for it. That's number one. And we already looked at Coles. Coles opened up at 1781. Okay, fine. Well, what strike price are you going to sell? And I keep that money. Then I take a look at what the options look like for next week. And then I sell them again. And then I sell them again, and I sell them again, and I sell them again every single week until the stock goes back up and hits my target price. It's like a vending machine. You buy a vending machine, you pay a couple $1,000s for it, great. You put it on the corner of Spring Street and Central. Okay, this week it gives you $100. Fine. Well, let's take it and put it on Summer Street and Spring Street. Well, next week it gives you $75. Well, let's put it back on First Street and Tuttle. Well, maybe it's only giving me 23. It doesn't matter what it's giving you on a weekly basis. You're getting something on a weekly basis. And I'm not 100% sure how much dividends Kohl's pays every 90 days. But you're doing it. Now, what I'm doing, Rich, is I'm buying good quality companies. Now, I do like Kohl's, and I do have some Kohl's. All right? So whatever I buy it at, I take a look at what makes the most sense. I want consistent cash flow. So whether the stock goes up, down is really irrelevant to me because I don't want to sell something that's going to consistently give me profits. And I refuse to sell at a loss. So as the stocks go up and stocks go down, I want to get something returned for my money. Are you going to buy CMBY when it goes public? No. The only reason I'm saying no is I don't buy IPOs. Okay, Broski, you've been here before. I remember that name. I never buy anything unless it has historical performance. I'm looking for 2 decades, which is 20 years. So if it's an IPO, then this is no history to it whatsoever. SOXL. SOXL. That's dropping like a rock, brother. What are you thinking? Seriously, look at it. Coming down. So not this week. SanDisk. Isn't that out of our price range? SNDK. Yeah, I ain't buying something at $1,600 a share. What the hell for? That's $160,000 per contract. No, thank you. NVTS. What the hell is that? Nvitas? NVTS. Nvitas. No, it's dropping also. Okay, look. Here's the top. Drop, 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 drop. New 30-day bottom today. So why would I buy it as it's dropping? I want to wait for it to find the bottom, turn around and go up. I want 2 days to the upside, and then on the third day up, I will jump in. That's my rule for me. Okay, so no to this one, but if you like it, give it a couple more days. The bottom will show up. Hewlett Packard, HPE. Well, we looked at HPQ already. HPE is basically doing the same thing. Take a look. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at it. 1, 2, 2 days up. Friday was the bottom. Monday, 1 day higher. Tuesday, 2 day higher. Well, we're at 43.47. The closest one would be the 43.50. And that is going for $2. That's over 4%. So yeah, let's do this one. Hewlett Packard with an E. Hewlett Packard with an E, 43.50, 43.50 right there. One contract, and that looks something like this. You ready? One covered call, Hewlett Packard, HPE, 17 July 26. Well, that's next Friday. The 43.50 call option, well, the stock's at 43.68. So if I buy it at 43.68, sell it at 43.50, I'm losing 18 cents. But am I really losing? There's a difference. I say this once in a while, and people don't grasp it. I'm buying it 43.68. I'm selling it for 43.50. I'm selling it for less. I'm not selling it at a loss. There's a big difference between selling for less and selling at a loss. Because with the covered call, I'm actually picking up $209. So let's check it out. You ready? One covered call, HPE, 17 July, next Friday, the 43.50 call option. 209 is the profit, 4,100 is the investment. What is the rate of return? Tasha, I see that. Give me a second, I'll get to it. Okay, here we go. 209 is the profit. I want to divide it by the investment, 41, and that gives me a total of 5%. Well, think about it. 5%, is that a good rate of return for a week and a half? Not 1 week, a week and a half. Crude pays 0.25% per day, was around 1% per day as it was dropping. Okay, but here's the thing. Crude is not consistently profitable. Now, just because recently it's been paying 0.25% a day or 1% a day, that's one thing. But has it been doing that consistently for 2 decades? Now, I did futures a while ago, commodities a while ago. I just don't do them anymore. This is weird. The X asset is mirrored in the stream, so the charts go left to right instead of right to left. Yeah, I get that. If you know a way to use a selfie camera on an iPhone that allows you to invert the camera so everything looks normal, please share it. Because you're not the only one who said this. I've been doing this for, what year is this? This is 2026. My very first video on YouTube was 2012. Now, don't get me wrong, they didn't have the iPhone in 2012. But still, there's not a way of me inverting the camera on YouTube with the selfie camera on the iPhone. Sorry, it is what it is. Nvitas, we looked at that one. Alrighty, all right, cool. Yep, I'm aware of that. Thank you. You're welcome. Right on. Thank you, broski. Can you do 1% a week on an index ETF like SPY that has daily options? Okay, so you didn't see what I just did on SPY? Hold on a second. Okay. SPY. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the profits on SPY. And yeah, they do have daily options. But I have a minor problem with SPY. Are you ready? Here we go. 2 decades, which would be 2006. 2006. Are you ready? 51, 55, 57, 79, 55. Okay, so basically, higher, higher, lower. Higher, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, lower, lower. Shall I go on? Hold on, let's keep on going. Okay, lower, higher, 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 lower. Higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, 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 lower, higher, lower. Do you see what I'm getting at? SPY is not consistently profitable. The dividends are what the dividends are. A dividend is a portion of the company's profits that they give back to us, the investors. So when you buy SPY, you are entitled to a portion of the profits. So as the profits increase, the dividends increase. As the profits decrease, the dividends decrease. So if it's going higher, lower, higher, lower, lower, higher, 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 lower, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, that's not consistently profitable. I don't care how much you like SPY. It's not consistently profitable. You can put your money wherever you want. But I'm 62 years old. I do not have the luxury of being wrong and making mistakes. That means every trade I make has to make sense. Every company I buy has got to be profitable. SPY is not consistently profitable. So, no. For me, anyway. You like it, you buy it. Simple. You like it, you buy it. Cole's got me thinking to look at ROST. Has a couple of hooks that show up on the 90-day. Well, let's take a gander at the 90-day. What was that again? Oh, wait, we're going to save this one. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. Let's go back over to here. And you said, what was it? ROST. ROST. Ooh, interesting. You ready? The top of the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. So you had the big jump for the year. She's at 125 and she jumped up to 240. You got your profit taking. Well, now we're at a decent number after the profit taking. Okay, that's clear to see. The top is your profit taking. Okay, now here's your bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days up. You either like it or you don't. So what does Ross pay? For the 214.67, the 215s are going for 220. Well, that's 1% for a week and a half. Let's take a gander. Covered call. Ross. That right? 220? 220. Okay. All righty. All right, hold on. Tasha, I'm going to look at Ford in a second, all right? Sit tight. One covered call, ROST, 17 July, that's next Friday. The 220 call option is paid $695. It's a $21,000 investment. So let's see what the numbers look like. Okay, calculator, $695. divided by the investment. So the investment in this one, the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. We need to know all that stuff. 21,305 gives me a grand total of 3.2% for a week and a half. Okay, that works for me. Let's save that one. Okay, let's get out of there. Back to here. Back to there. All right, we looked at that, we looked at that, we looked at that. Eleanor wants to take a look at Nkio, N-O-K, Nokia. N-O-K, Nokia. No, sorry. Sorry, look, it's dropping. If you really like it, wait for the bottom to show up and then jump in. Don't buy something that's dropping. Tasha wants to take a look at Ford. I don't know what's going on here, Tasha. Right there. There's the top. There's the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look, it's up, down, up, down. We're at 1350. The 1350 is going for 35. Not quite 3%, but still nice. Now, that's easy to see. The high, the low, 2 days up. But today was a down day. It's still higher. Okay, it's definitely higher than it was Monday, but I'd wait a little bit longer. Trump, we already looked at Nokia. Abbott Labs and RKT. Okay, hold on. Abbott Labs, ABT. Nope, I don't buy at the high. Now, it's not the high now, but it's the high of the 30-day period. See, look. No. I don't buy at the high. It just doesn't make sense. Not for me, anyway. Okay, RKT. Was that Rocket Corporation? RKT. Rocket companies. No, it's dropping. Same thing. Top, bottom, up, shoots up. Now she's coming back down again. Give it a couple of weeks before she finds a new bottom. IBKR. What the hell is that? IBKR. Interactive Brokers. Ooh, no. Again, I don't buy at the high. Right? No, it doesn't make any sense. Meta, hell no. Meta only has 2 years of increased profits. No, sorry. FSD, what the hell is that? FSD. No options, no thank you. And we already looked at Tesla. You want to look at Meta? Meta's going to be a no. I don't care how much you like it. What do you think? The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Yeah, I don't buy it. The high just doesn't make any sense. And it only has 2 years of increased profits. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Price projections for NVIDIA. How about hell no? I'm going to show you something on NVIDIA. NVDA. I like to think it was me that did this, but apparently not. Okay? Okay, you ready? Take a look at your dividends on NVIDIA. What's the price of the stock? I need to know that. $196. Okay? Palvia, are you ready? NVIDIA, 1 penny. You're paying almost $200 a share, and they're giving you back 1 penny as a dividend. Why do you think that's good? Hold on, it actually gets worse. Let's take a look at the summary. Now, the summary on video will actually tell you what kind of profits they're making. Are you ready? Right there. Forward dividend and yield. The yield is, I can say it really slow. Are you ready? 0.5. 0.5. It's a 0.5% per year. Now, you do realize that Inflation is 3% per year. NVIDIA is paying you 0.5% per year. And you think that's good? I don't know. No, you drove a Cybertruck on FSD. How was it? It was awesome. But I'm not quite ready. Yeah, FSD, full self-driving. Yeah, I'm not quite ready to give up the pleasure of driving because I actually still enjoy driving. I do. I like to get behind the wheel and I like to feel like I have some type of control. Even though I know I have very little control, not the point. When I am driving, I want to know if I turn it turns, if I step on the brake, it stops, and I step on the gas, it goes. Well, great. Well, the Tesla truck, don't get me wrong, was a cool truck. Okay? But I'm not quite ready to give up that. You do both. Yes, I understand you do both. But I'm slowly coming around. Was great annual dividend. All right. TOPW. What the hell is that? POTW. Whoops, wrong one. Right to here. Try again. POTW. Potash. We can't find that symbol. Oh, TOP. Sorry. TOPW. Round Hill Top Weekly Pay ETF. No. Sorry. It has monthly options. July, August, September, December. That means they do it once a month. No, thank you. What's your top holding in your portfolio? Ooh. I honestly don't know. Isn't that weird? I got 7 accounts. I don't keep track of all of them at the top of my head. Yeah, TOPW. Yeah, I looked at it. No. Okay, KVM. We already did Oracle earlier. Yep. It was a yes. Okay. All right. What do we have over here? SNDQ. What the hell is that? SoFi is always a good buy. No, it ain't. Let me tell you why SoFi is not always a good buy. SOFI. Historical data. Okay, hold on, Chris. We're looking at historical data for SoFi. You ready? 1775 is the price. I want to look at right there, which is the dividends only, and look at that. There are no dividends in the selected time period. So the question I have for you, considering you like SoFi so much, what are you collecting as the stock goes down? Serious question. SOFI. Okay. The stock had a high at 32. And it dropped down to 15. So when it went from $32 to $15, what did you collect? They don't pay dividends. So from November of last year to end of May of this year, as the stock dropped, what did you collect? I collected a loss, basically. And you think that's good? I like dividend stocks because every 90 days they increase their profits. Well, even as the stocks go down, the dividends still increase because the stocks don't have very much to do with the company. It's the public's perception of the value of the company. Okay, the value of the company goes right to the earnings, earnings per share. What else? Market cap. What else? Hold on. There's a couple of good ones. Let me figure this out. Statistics. Here we go. And you want to look at SoFi. Okay. So SoFi went from 12 billion to 20 billion. Well, that's a good thing. Then it went from 20 billion to 31 billion. That's a good thing. Then it went from 20 billion to 31. That's even better. Then it went to 33. That's even better. Then it went from 33 to 20. Why is that good? 33 to 20. That's not good at all. Then it went from 20 to 23. Okay, fine. What I want to see, more specifically, is the revenue per share. Where is it? Revenue per share, $3.37. $3.27 on a $17 stock. Okay, what's the book value? The book value is $8.44. Okay, that's almost a 50%. So the company's actually worth $8.44. That's the actual value of the company. Because the value of the company comes to the balance sheet. Once you make all your payments, okay, for everyone you owe money to, and then you collect all the money that you're owed, along with all the assets that you own, that is the actual value of the company. So SoFi actually has a value of $8.44 a share. And as the stocks drop, you don't get any profits because they don't pay dividends. Coca-Cola has been in business for over 140 years. As the stocks drop, the dividends keep increasing because they have 5 decades of increased profits year after year after year. The profits keep going higher and higher and higher. So it either makes sense or it doesn't. It's either profitable or it's not. It's either worth the money or it's not. So it's basically worth half, but its perception is the 16 per share. Exactly. K-Van, Verizon. K-Van, we looked at Verizon earlier today. You're a little late to the party, dude. Just a smidge. Okay. I got some questions over here. Hold on. Cole got me looking at that. All right, got that one. All right, we did Nokia already. ASTS. Why we want to look at ASTS? Awesome insight. Thank you there, Chris. But Chris, you don't just go by those numbers. Take a look at the profits, because is the profits increasing? There's a lot of numbers to look at. I like to go to Yahoo Finance and take a look at all the numbers. What's the debt ratio? What's the revenue per share? How much money is coming in? What are the earnings per share? Are they positive? Are they negative? Are they increasing or are they decreasing? Let's get out of here. And what did we want to look at now? ASTS. ASTS. Who asked for that? Eleanor. ASTS. No. Sorry, kiddo. It's like the second or third one you came up with. Okay, here's the high, here's the low. Look, up, down, up, down. 4 down days in a row. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad company. I'm just saying if you like it, wait for it to find the bottom. See the bottom right here? Okay, 1, 2 days up. On the third day, yeah, I would have jumped in there and then it's dropped. So does it work all the time? No, it doesn't work all the time. But here's the thing. The rules work great. Number one, never buy anything you don't want to own long term. Go in with that intention. Now, they are going to go up and they are going to go down. Can you buy something, watch it drop, and not panic? That's a good question. Because if you're investing for the long term, stocks are going to go up and they are going to go down. You are going to buy something and it's going to drop. You are going to panic. And some of you may even sell for less than what you paid for it. So I have, 5 simple rules. And rule number 2 is never, ever, ever sell for less than what you paid for it. That's just a rule for me. Now it's your responsibility to figure out what rules make sense for you. Now, you can take some of my rules if you want, but you really shouldn't listen to some idiot online. And that would be me. K-Van, Pepsi. No. You played it before TSLL. Okay, hold on. So here we are with Pepsi. All right, the high, the low, where is it? So it went up it came down, and then it shot up again. Not this week because I don't buy at the high. Just doesn't make sense for me. Signo Maya. We already looked at NOI earlier. And we looked at NVTS. SNDQ, what the hell is that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you already done Micron? Yes. I'm not buying anything over $1,000 a share, Chris. Think about it. $1,000 a share. That's over $100,000 for one position. Yeah, no, thank you. Do you like PepsiCo as an investment? Absolutely. But it has to be the right time. Take a look at the Pepsi. Okay. Now, Pepsi's a dividend king. 5 decades of increased profits. Pepsi's on my list automatically. And I don't take a look at the numbers anymore because it's on my list. Now, when I create a list, well, it's on my list until they get booted off the list. Okay? And it's being heavily manipulated now. Such an unstable stock. Ooh, I hear you there, Chris. All right, so take a look at Pepsi. Okay, last year it was at 132. It went up, it went down. It went up, it went down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's all they do. All stocks, they go up, they go down. So if you really like Pepsi, great. Okay, she was down, she went up. Great. I don't buy at the high. Wait for it to turn around, come back down again. Look, it's at a new high. So when it drops back down again, yeah, then I'll think of getting into it. I'm thinking 3 weeks from now. Give it some time to move around. Endale, Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola I rarely buy. Now, the reason I rarely buy Coca-Cola, it's nothing to do with the company. It has to do with the options. Okay? Very rarely will Coca-Cola give me over 1%. It's going to be a no now because it's at the high, and I don't buy at the high. But at 84, the 84s are going for 114. Okay, well, that is over 1%. But for the most part, Coca-Cola normally doesn't give me over 1%. Okay, Eleanor, we already looked at Hewlett-Packard, and we already looked at Nokia. We already looked at NVTS. Sonny, it's CS. What is CS, Sonny? Credit Suisse. Didn't they go out of business a long time ago? ENHA. What the hell is that? ENHA. Hell no. HD, Home Depot. Who came up with that one? Chris. You just missed it, Chris. Look, the bottom of the year, she shot up. Now she's pulling back. Well, what were you expecting? Stocks go up and then stocks go down. The bottom of the year was 2 months ago. Okay, got to the bottom of the year. Okay, jumped up nicely. Jumped up, profit taking. Jumped up, profit taking. Jumped up, profit taking. That's what stocks do. They go up, people take profits, and they go down. Get down to a certain point, people buy, stocks go up, take profits, it goes down. It's an endless cycle. It's kind of like a merry-go-round. You jump on a horse, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Well, yeah. Beautiful chart, though. Yeah, I know. It looks great, but as you can clearly see, Friday was the high, Monday it came down, and today it came down. JAG, we already looked at CrowdStrike. ENHA, what the hell is that? ENHA. Enhanced Group, hell no. U.S. bombed around. Of course they did. What do you think they were going to do? What else do we have here? Long term. Yep, got that one. Materials haven't bottomed yet. Alcoa, Ablemax, and Cenex been moving for a while, all about -40 for the year high. Worth watching. It'll consolidate eventually. Of course it will. Now, we looked at Alcoa earlier. That was a no. Ablemal, ALB. That's a no. CENX. That's a no also. But that's a monthly. Yeah, no. Okay. I love dividend stocks long term. They are great for retirement as a minimalist. Okay, I like dividend stocks also, but I use them for cash flow, not just the dividends. Because a good dividend stock, well, it will give me a weekly option, and a weekly option is a lot better than the dividends. Take a good look at the dividend stocks you're looking at. If they have options, why not sell some options against them? If the stock gets taken away from you, fine. When it drops, buy it again. Think about it, because they go up and they go down. So let's say you bought IBM at 100, now it's at 150. Well, great. Sell the 155s, the 160s. If it jumped up to 175, let it go. Ooh, Tasha, ExxonMobil. Now, Tasha, me personally, I'm staying away from all oil stocks while that crap in the Middle East is going on. Look what's going on right there. Okay, the bottom of the year, she shoots up, pulls back. What's going on right there the last 30 days? Last 30 days. What do you think? 30-day high, 30-day bottom, and slowly going back up. You got a big gap today. Either you like it or you don't like it. But like I said, I'm staying away from all oil stocks while that crap in the Middle East is happening. What else do we got? Pitt, where do you buy this awesome shirt? I need one. Pitt, DM me. I got about 30 or 40 of them left over from the seminar that we did a couple weeks ago. All right. Duke. Isn't Duke a monthly? D-U-K. K-Van, you've been here long enough. You have. Naughty, naughty. Brian, do you create videos or reels of your 5 positions that you put on per night? I'm getting ready to. But yeah, WYFI. What the hell does that mean? WYFI. White fiber. No, I don't do monthlies. Chris. July, August, November, January, February, those are months of the year. That's considered a monthly option. Thoughts on poor man's covered call? Sammy G, I love poor man's covered call. I'm not going to share them here. Okay, there's certain things I give away for free. That's not one of them. Kevin, Hewlett Packard, we already looked at. We haven't looked at Kroger, though. Interesting. Let's take a look. The high of the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, down, up. It's a definite upward trend. Well, let's zoom in and see what the last 90 days look like. What do you think? Kroger. The high, she drops back up, back down. 1, 2, 3. There you go, right there. It's at 58.50. The 59s are going for 90 cents. Not quite 2%, but still over 1.5%. If you like Kroger, and it's always going to come down to that very last question. Do you like this company or don't you? That's it. You either like it or you don't. Netflix, Chris. Ooh, love me some Netflix. NFLX. Now, the reason I like Netflix is they have, I think, no, I knew what Comcast was. Comcast has over 64 million people paying them every single month. Netflix, I have no idea how many customers they have. But look, the high, the low, now she's jumping, or is she? Here's your last 30 days. The high, the low, now she's jumping up. It's clear to see you either like the company or you don't. ANET. KVAN, ANET. A-N-E-T. Arista Networks. Dude, that has no idea what the hell it's doing. Okay? Can't make up its mind. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, no, I'm going to stay away from that one. No real direction. GILD. Chris. GILD. Ooh, no. Now, the reason I'm saying no to GILD is, look, 30 days ago, now we're at the 30-day high. I don't buy anything at the high. To me, it just doesn't make any sense because the opportunity for the profit was down around here. Find the bottom, and as she moves up, then jump out before it gets to the 30-day high. Okay, King Solomon. We just did Ross a little while ago. Do you think American Airlines has topped out? Yep. I mean, think about it. Like, it's not that difficult to see, Chris. Okay? 30-day bottom, 30-day top, 1 to 2 days down. It's already dropped 2 days from the high. Okay, King Solomon, we already did Ross. What else do we have over here? Intel. Ooh, RU. I love dividends. Got that. All right. But you don't know it's the bottom till later. So how do you decide when to get in? Okay, Benedict. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. So let me see if I can find one first. All right. All right, Benedict, are you ready? I look for a bottom. I look for 2 days to the upside. 1, 2. On the 3rd day up, I will jump in. 3 right there. So I miss all of that growth right there. And I'm okay with that because I look for the bottom, 2 days up. On the 3rd day, I will jump in. Does it work every time? No. Does it work most of the time? Yes, it does. But then I only buy stocks that I want to own long term. So rule number 1 is never buy anything you do not want to hold on to long term. K-Van, Harley Davidson. Interesting. Ooh, check that out right there. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. Nice. Let's look at the last 30 days for Harley Davidson. What do you think? Bottom, up, down, up, down. Now she's shooting up nicely. 25.89. The 26s are going for 55. Well, that sounds good, doesn't it? QSR, King Solomon. What the hell is QSR? QSR. Restaurant brand. Really? No. Okay, King Solomon, I'm going to cut you a little bit of slack here. The reason being is I don't do monthly options. Okay? July, August, September, October, January, June. Those are months of the year. That means the only trades once a month. I only do weekly options because I was born in the 60s. I started working in the 70s and 80s. So I want to get paid on a weekly basis. So no, that was just no. ANAB. Oh, wait. SPY is going to be a hell no. All right, hold on. Well, I missed some of these. What stocks you recommend? Oh, Blake. What stocks do I recommend? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Kings, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Cade, Chevron, CVX. Now I'm staying away from all oil stocks until the crap in the Gulf is done. But that's just me. But take a look. Your top, your bottom, where was it? Where is it? Sideways, up, down. Now she's going up again. Okay. The numbers look good. Look at your last 30 days. Okay. 30 days ago was the high. She dropped last Thursday. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. That's definitely going up. The 174s, I need to see that a little bit better. All right, the 175s are going for 295. They don't have a 174. A 175. Okay, Cade, if you like Chevron, now I never buy anything. Okay, I'm staying away from oil stocks because of all the crap that's happening on the Strait of Hormuz. Amazon, AMZN. Interesting. Tasha, MTD, Medtronics. Okay. Give me a second. Right now, we're taking a look at Amazon. Now, Amazon's one of those companies, they're huge, but they don't share their profits. So what do you do about that? Okay, the top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. Well, how far up is she going? I don't know. It's awfully high, and today was a down day. So she's down here, 226. She jumped up to 250. That's 25 bucks. That's over 10%. Think about it. The bottom here, she jumps up over 10%, and you still want to jump in? I don't jump in after a 10% jump. That just doesn't make sense. Endale, Boeing, BA. Looks like she ran out of steam, dude. What do you think? The bottom's here, up, down, up. She's at the 30-day high. I don't buy anything at the 30-day high. I like to buy it as it's turning. Right, bottom, 1, 2, 3. Right, 2 days up, I jump in right there. That way I grab that little bit of profit. ANAB. Oh, wait a minute. Garish wants to take a look at BB. BlackBerry. Hell no. Well, at the high of the year. No, thank you. ANAB, TXN. Is that Texas Instruments? Yeah, Texas Instruments. I'm not quite sure what that is. That's a no. That's a no. All right, so look. Your bottom, your top, back down, back up, back down. No, it's dropping. Just doesn't work. King Solomon, we already looked at. Amazon. Cavehan, Abbott Labs, ABT. No. What do you think, Cavehan? Down here at 83, jumps all the way up to 98. Look, there's the high right there. Why would I want to buy it at the high? It just doesn't make sense. I like to buy low, and I like to sell high. Not the other way around. There's a gap to fill for Amazon. Not really. Okay, look where it is. Here's your bottom. There's your top. There's no gap. There's a gap here. It got filled. There's a gap here. It got filled. There's a gap there. It got filled. Every gap in the last 30 days has already been filled. I see it. King Solomon, MAR. MAR. Interesting. Marriott. Okay. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways, up, down, up. What's going on right there? Let's zoom in. What does that look like? Well, that's clear to see. That's a good pick. Look. Okay. Shoots up, pulls back. Here's your profit taking right there. 2 days up, and there's your third day right there. If you like Marriott, it's always going to come down to that very last question. Do I like this company? It's a yes or it's a no. That's it. It's a yes or it's a no. You either like it or you don't. That's all of those. Pickled peanuts. Dude, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? FCX. We haven't done FCX in a while. No. Whoops. Okay, what do you think? Pickled peanuts. Look, drop, 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 drop. No. SPY. Hell no, it's not profitable. MDT, we already looked at it. Caveman, Occidental Petroleum. OXY. Ooh, nice. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways, up, down, up. Look at that right there. Nice going, Caveman, but is it something you really want to jump into? Well, think about it. Okay, here's your last 30 days. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. 1, 2 days. 2 days up. Here's your third day right there. If you like Occidental Petroleum, WMB, isn't that Williams? WMB. Yeah, Williams. Okay, what's going on? What's going on right there? The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. What's going on there? Let's zoom in. What does it look like? Where does it look like it's going next? Well, there's your 2 days. Your bottom, your top. She came back down. Monday was 1 day up. Tuesday's 2nd day up. So if tomorrow she's higher, then it will be an entry point if you like Williams. It's always going to come down to that question. Do I like it? Do I not like it? It's that simple. A name that comes to head right now is Honeywell, H-O-N, Honeywell. No. I mean, sometimes they stick out like a sore thumb. Look at that. No real direction. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. No real direction there. No, don't get me wrong. If you like it, buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Does it make sense for what you want to do? What I want to do is I want to jump into a good company that's consistently profitable. Honeywell, yeah, it's there. I want to buy it at whatever price it's at. Right now, it's at $225, and then I want to turn it on and sell it for $225, and they're going to pay me $5 per share. Just think about it. If I pay $225, which is the current price, okay? If I pay $225 and I sell it for $225, I'm not losing any money on the stock. I'm only gaining money on the option value, okay, which is $5. And I don't even have to wait for the stock to move. That's the beauty of the covered call. I buy it at the current price, $225, and then I use a covered call for my sell order. Okay, so I'm going to covered call $225. It's going to pay me $5 per share. Well, $5 per share on a $225 stock is over 2% for a week. So ask yourself the question, is 2% a week good or not good? But remember, it only takes me 5 to 10 minutes. So 5 to 10 minutes every single day, that's 1 hour of my time a week. So 1 hour of my time a week gets me 1% of my portfolio. So I'm 62. So I got 6 digits in my portfolio because I'm 62. I've worked 5 decades. My first job was in 1974. That's over 5 decades of working. So yeah, I do have 6 digits in my account. And if I have 100 grand, that's 6 digits. 1% is $1,000. That's $1,000 for 1 hour of my time. I think that's a good deal. SU, what the hell is SU? Okay, K-Van. I don't know, K-Van, what do you think? The bottom, the top, up, down, up, down, up, down. That doesn't look that good. There are other stocks that look better. We got someone who wants to take a look at ELF. ELF on a shelf. What do you think of yourself? Okay, the high, the low, look at this, up, down. So you get your 30-day high, now it's pulling back a little bit. What do you think? 30-day bottom, 30-day top, 3 days down already. So ELF is going to be a no. SU, what is SU? Suncor, ooh. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this, up, down, up. Okay, right there, looks pretty good. Let's look at the last 30 days, King Solomon. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3 days up. It's at 56.66. The 57s are going for 90. That's over 1.5%. If you like SU, which is that Suncor. APLD. Nick Vanderlick. How's it going, Nick Vanderlick? APLD. No. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that I dislike the company. Just look at what it's doing. It's dropping, 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 dropping. I never buy anything as it's dropping. I wait for a bottom to show up. Then, if I like the company, I'll jump in. CRM, huh, Brian? CRM. Ooh, nice one. Check this out. The high of the year, the low of the year. It went down. Now it's bouncing off the bottom of the year, which was, what, a couple of weeks ago? What do you think, Brian? 30-day high, 30-day bottom. This is definitely going up. Look, a little bit of profit taking there, kept on going. What, 169.52? The 170s are going for 490. That's over 2% if you like CRM. HAL, is that Halliburton? Ooh, what's happening there, Caveman? Same thing. Look, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1-2 days up. Tomorrow could be the third day, could be. Chris, coin, is that Coinbase? Sorry, Chris, the top, the bottom went up, now it's going back down again. Sorry. Charani, what's happening? What's your favorite? My favorite would be Coles. TXN, we looked at that one. Brendan, Iren, IREN. No, dropping, dude. Take a look. Dropping. No. Cisco, hope you're having a good night. So far, I am. VRSN. VeriSign. No. I was about to say yes because that looks good, but then I looked at that. It's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. They just don't work in my favor. And Dale wants to take a look at Cisco. CSCO. No. Simple, right? The high of the year, now it's dropping. I don't want to buy stuff as it's dropping. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, all those are done. Ooh, Godwin George, Siri, SIRI. Now, I used to have some Siri. I don't anymore because the high is today. I don't buy anything at the high. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, I think we're just about done. Justin, we already looked at Verizon. Amazon, we already looked at it. TXN, we already looked at it. SoFi is at the bottom range. Earnings per share is high, but revenue margin is 11%. Okay, but you forgot, okay, DA Art and Music. You forgot that SoFi doesn't share their profits. So when, it's not an if, when the stocks go down, you're not collecting anything. Why isn't that charging? Oh, that's why it's not charging. Okay, that makes sense. Motorola. Okay, you guys, I'm going to call it a night because it's quarter. Let's go 15 more minutes. Okay, Motorola. You got to give me the ticker symbol. Exactly. Thank you. Have you look at ONDS? Why ONDS? It's dropping. What is so appealing about this? Explain it to me. What is so appealing about it dropping? It's not appealing at all. Wait for the bottom to show up, then maybe. Bought Apple and Tesla at $222 each. Okay, you do realize you bought it at $222. It's not a profit until you take it. Okay, Jay Fort, we looked at Walmart earlier. We looked at Adobe yesterday. DEC, DECK. Interesting. Ooh, check that one out. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. What's going on right there? 106. The 106s are going for 260. Well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Here's your top, here's your bottom. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 days up from the 30-day high. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 106s are selling for 260. Well, that's over 2.5% if you like DEC. VG. What is VG? VG, alrighty. What's going on here? Check that out. Top, the bottom. Look at that right there. Last 30 days. Top, bottom. She's kind of going up. I'm not 100% sure about that right there, though. Then you have to ask yourself, do you really like VG? Brian, UPS. Nice, but no. Take a look. The bottom way down here. Now she's way at the top. That just doesn't make sense to me. K-Van Schlumberger. It's a wartime boost for GT. Okay, but the numbers still don't look good. Kiki, you're looking to get in day trading. Any advice? Yeah, don't do it. That's it. That's my advice. Don't do it. Because you're trading your time for money. And if you're not good at what you're doing, you probably shouldn't do it. And you should paper trade first. Before you put any real money into anything, paper trade. That's it. Doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of your time. Core weave. Nick, we looked at core weave already. HMPH. TER. What the hell is that? TER. No. It's dropping. Look. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so you can see it. She shot up. Now she's coming back down again. No. Okay, we already did Walmart. We already did GILD. Are pocket option bots a scam? Dvorky, I can't answer that question. I don't know anything about them. Now, Dvorky, where I went to school, where I grew up, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What I'm doing works perfectly fine for me. And I'm perfectly okay with 1% every week. So either you like it or you don't like it. And I honestly couldn't tell you anything about it because I don't know anything about it. Okay? ADSK. What the hell is that? ADSK. Autodesk. Okay. Looks like she just ran out of steam, though. Okay. Well, take a look. 30 days ago. Here's your bottom 2 weeks ago. Going up nicely. Gap up today. Now she's pulling back. I'd want to see what's going on. Because she gapped up last week. She gapped up today. But she pulled back today. So does that make sense? That it's pulling back? Not really. Alrighty. What else do we got? I'm going to unplug this one. Sit tight for a second. I'm going to plug this one in. There we go. Okay, we are cooked for SanDisk and MU right now. Good for you. I already looked at both of them, and no, I don't buy anything over that price. VCX. No, I don't do monthlies. CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. Interesting. Ooh, take a look at that. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? It's up, down. She's bouncing right there. 258. The 257.50s are going for 760. Well, that's a nice number. Close to 3%. Last 30 days. That's pretty clear to see, isn't it? She went up. She dropped. Here's your 30-day bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days up. And she's going up nicely. And she's got all that space to keep running if you like that company. That's it. Simple as that. All right. Walmart, we already looked at. We already looked at SanDisk. We already looked at Micron. We already looked at Coca-Cola. We already looked at Pepsi. We already looked at Walmart. Hood, Hood. No, she's running out of steam. Hey, look. The high was Friday. Monday was lower, and today was lower. Your bottom was right here. Shoots up. Now she's pulling back. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay. We're looking at GYLD. 3M. Ooh, Enron. Hey, Enron, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Seriously, how you doing, 3M? Enron? No. Sorry. Look, shot up. There's your high. Now she got, what, 2 weeks going down? I like 3M, I do. But not this week. A-Lab. No. Same thing. 30-day high. Now it's dropping. Yeah, no, sorry. I miss U.S. Steel too. U.S. Steel was awesome. Why do you call it Enron? I didn't call it Enron. I called him Enron. Okay, Brian, his name is Enron. I don't know if that's his real name, but that's the name he's using, Enron. Yes, Enron, I miss U.S. Steel also. Jerry Patel, AAON. No, I don't do monthlies. See, July, August, October, December, January. No, monthlies just don't work for me. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I don't know where some of these people come up with the names. There's some really weird names. Some of them I just refuse to say out loud because they're inappropriate. But it is what it is. Some children never grow up. All right, Chris, we already looked at GILD. We already looked at ELF. Motorola, I don't know what the stock symbol is. Conform signals available on my Telegram group. Oh, Olivia, how are you today? All right. There we go. RTX. Tyler, don't do that. RTX. Once is perfectly fine. No. Okay, Ty, explain to me, if it's at the high of the year, what's the play? Seriously, you like it so much, explain to me. If it's at the high of the year, what's the next play? Buy low, sell high. I've never, ever heard anybody say buy high and wait for it to go higher. I've never heard that. I've been trading for 30 years. Never, ever have I ever heard anybody say, hey, look, it's at the high of the year. Let's buy it and wait for it to go higher. Sorry, I just don't do that. It just doesn't make any sense. So your answer, Ty, would be no. All right, I have to do this. I don't like doing this. Mike, CEG. We're going to do just a couple more and call it a night because it's getting kind of late. Okay, Constellation Energy. Maybe. Look at that, right there. A year ago, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. What's going on right there? 239. Oh, just ran out of steam. Mike, check it out. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Friday was higher, Monday was higher. Today pulled back. A little bit of mixed signals there. Do you already look at Pepsi? Yes, we did. We already looked at Nokia. IT, is that international? No. IT, I have no idea what IT is. Gartner, hell no. Team, TEAM. Interesting. Kind of ran out of steam though. Look, gapped up last week, gapped up again today. I don't like gaps, especially when the gap has a pullback on it. All right, we're going to call it a day. It's almost 12 o'clock, midnight. I'm here in Texas having a wonderful time. Where do we watch you? It's not backwards. Oh, TikTok or the other YouTube channel? You're on YouTube channel number 2. So YouTube channel number 1 is all normal. Okay, but yeah, on the selfie phone, on the iPhone, it doesn't give you the opportunity to invert the camera. Hey, sup, man? New here. You are charting. Okay, got it. MES, got it. Have a great night. All right, so you guys have a great night. We're going to do this all over again tomorrow. More than likely, I'll be back in Florida tomorrow, so I'll see you there. Have a great night, everyone.
We ordered too many blankets. Genuinely too many. And rather than pay to ship them back to our supplier,
you dream in stars and dive into the deep, fixing the world while the rest most of us sleep. Your heart's set on giving, no matter the strain.
See you guys tomorrow.
Building your legacy through love and brain.